Hello, I'm DJ with Kite Paddle Surf, and this is the new OZONE Flux V1. Ozone, and also I'll mention Armstrong, for the past couple of years, some people may have thought they fell a little bit behind because of the introduction of hard handles, but I think really what both brands were doing is really kind of testing and building around the hard handle system. This is my first hard handle wing that I've used and owned. The construction is absolutely beautiful, as you can see. I'll kind of just run through the basics of the new construction of this one. Ozone is of course building this in their own factory in Vietnam. They're using a new Dacron. It's about 20% lighter. You can see the color is a little bit different. It's like a dark gray. Overall, just the cosmetics of this wing are beautiful. The shape has the new kind of more scallop tail, which combined with the hard handles really gives you a better ability to kind of grab the air. It seems to more efficiently move backwards as you kind of pull yourself forward to generate just that teeny bit of extra speed to really get the foil to break free. The handles themselves are very comfortable, round grip, kind of a smaller diameter. They're super comfortable in the hands. You can mostly just hold them with the ends of the fingers. You can see that the handle is bigger as you get closer to the leading edge, so you can use the pistol grip. I have a medium to kind of big hand, and I can easily fit all four, or normally when I pistol grip it, I'm just gonna grab with those three fingers and kind of lightly let it fly. I really think holding it by the pistol grip is a super great feature of a hard handle, because you can kind of push it forward and manipulate it in downwind motions. A continuance from their V3 Wasp, which is still a fantastic wing, is the kind of medium soft leading edge handle that will truly dump power. It's got this super nice pad here, so your knuckles don't really wear against it, and when you crash with it here, it's really nice. There's no stitching right against the knuckles that kind of cut up your hand or kind of rub your hand raw. Ozone continues with using the Boston pressure system with the pressure fit valves anyway. And as you can see, which I think is the right way to go with wing construction, is having two valves, so you're separating your boom or your strut tube and your leading edge tube. You can choose to do different pressures in them, but mostly it's just for convenience of pumping up and getting air out. Also for repair, you're not dealing with any tubes. I really don't like having anything extra here that you could grab and cause a loss of air pressure on the water. Another feature you'll see on this wing and also on the XPS is the batten system. These are removable. I've only flown it so far with the battens in. They make the tail a little bit stiffer, a little bit better in light wind. But if you want a little more flex and give, as you take a wing into its kind of higher end of its wind range, you can definitely take these out and it'll give it a little bit softer feel, more like the Wasp V3. Another great feature that Ozone includes is a super high quality waist leash. Personally, I like the waist leash. I'm not a wrist leash guy for winging at all, and I do always wear the waist leash separate even when I ride in a harness. Some good stretch in the Dyneema on this one, and it does have the swivel. The swivel is super nice for just preventing twists in the leash line. With all reviews, I try and point out everything I like about it. I think this wing has fantastic low end power. It luffs out really well, really smooth through downwind motions, and riding with waves, mostly bumps here in Bellingham. The window is in kind of an awkward place. I'm pretty tall at about 6'3", but I do have to kind of move the wing around to really use the window. And in the sessions I've had, I've really started to get used to it, but it's kind of in a place that maybe for you it'll fit to see through it, but for me, I still have to move the wing around, and I still try and use the habit of looking under the wing and through the window and just trying to be aware of things around me. So with the Flux V1, I'm not a very heavy person, but about 165 pounds, and again, at 6'3". I do have long arms, so I do try and take advantage of the bigger wing. So my quiver size right now is the 5'7", 4.3, and the 3.0. The 5.7 is pretty big to handle, but it has fantastic low end power. It still flies downwind very well like the 5.0. So for my progression, I like to sometimes have that 5.7 so I can get a smaller board or a smaller foil off the water, just in lighter conditions, because here in Bellingham there's days where we have good wind, smooth wind, but it's not a ton. So that 5.7 just allows me to get up and off the water and really get cruising and get moving into sometimes more difficult equipment. I use the 5.7 in about 13 to 18. Once you hit about 16, that 4.3 is really just this massively rangy wing. So even in some light conditions, I still take the 4.3 out. That 4.3 is just a dream size, medium, but I can still get up in light wind. I can use that up to about, the mid 20s, and that's about the point where I'm gonna bring out either my Wasp V3 3 meter or my new Flux V1. In high winds, I still kind of debate whether that softer handle is easier to handle, just because there's already so much tension in the pulling feel of those soft handles that they would just whip around really well. So we'll probably do another follow-up video where in high winds I kind of debate whether you like soft handles or hard handles. But overall, this is definitely the best wing I've ever flown. It's just beautifully constructed. I love the white, I love the paneling. I just can't say enough about Ozone and their construction. So if you have any questions for us at Kite Paddle Surf, give us a call at 360-775-2741 or send us an email at shop@kitepaddlesurf.com. Thank you for watching this video.